This is Dan Tracy coming to you from Frankfurt, Germany. I'm here at the Second Israel Congress that's put on by an organization called I Like Israel. Many Israel works are involved in this Congress, among them Christian Friends of Israel here in Germany, Christians for Israel, Ebener Hilfsfonds, which helps Jewish people make Aliya from European countries. And we'll be interviewing some of the key players to give you some insight behind what's going on. We're talking with someone who actually has gone out seeking those Jewish people that actually need to make Aliya or need to come back to Israel. Hinrich Kaasmann, you work with Ebener Hilfsfonds, and you're involved in helping Jewish people make Aliya, Jewish people that live in other countries. It's sort of a fulfillment of biblical prophecy, isn't it?
Yes, it absolutely is, because there are quite a few Bible verses who say that fishers will go seeking for the Jewish people. Jeremiah 16, first I will send the fishers and I will send the hunters. And of course, as a German, we know that our nation was a hunting nation. And today there is, I think, a second chance to go as the fishers and really seek the Jews so that they come home.
When you found them, were they happy about the fact that you found them? Did they want to come back to Israel, or did you have to help them?
Well, it's a mixture of both. In most cases, they in a way knew that they were Jewish, and for them, very often they were happy that the time of hiding away simply ended.
I know that you have a building in Hamburg that's quite interesting. It's actually the place where the poisons were created, or at least were marketed, that were used to gas the Jews during the Holocaust. How did you come to be in that building?
That's one of these miracles of God and the fulfillment of intercession. A friend of ours came back from Auschwitz. He had taken photos, and suddenly we realized that on these photos is an address of a really existing building in Hamburg, Messberghof. And so after the prayer meeting, it was in November, we straight went to this building and marched around the building, not 7 times, but I think 2 or 3 times, and prayed that God would show a way. And the interesting thing was that this building was under construction. It was very difficult to rent, obviously, because in the American and the English-speaking world, quite a few people knew about it. And so we approached the Deutsche Bank, and suddenly someone knew a director. And so in the natural things came together. And after a while, the CEO of the German bank decided, you get this office free of charge. And we are in this building now. Actually, the owner has changed, but we are in this building now for 10 years.
Now, I visited that building just a month ago or so. I was with you, and I was very impressed by the fact that indeed you have not only your work in there, but the Jewish Agency has actually established an office there.
It was a decision of Natan Sharansky. Because of the fellowship, we got access to Natan Sharansky. We were invited into his office, and there I made the offer to him that we would sponsor and support a local representative, and it was his decision in this very moment. Yes, we will go into this office.
While I was there, a Jewish couple actually came in, and Elke, your wife, sort of gave them a little bit of a tour, and you have a display with some of this, what is it called, C2 or
Cyclone B?
Cyclone B, that was there, and with a presentation that shows some of the history, and in a very gentle and very loving way, she just was able to minister to them in a very deep way. Does that happen often, that Jewish people come in?
Well, with the Jewish Agency now working in the place, that happens very often. I would say every day 2 or 3 Jews come visit this place, and the reactions are quite different, as I already mentioned. And we have on display from the Museum of the Concentration Camp Majdanek, there is an original can. We have learned to cover it. We have covered it with an Israeli flag, because hardly anyone really wants to see it. Young people are curious. Oh yes, show me. But the elder ones simply don't want to see it. And it's a place of reconciliation. It's a place, with Christian terms, of inner healing.
What is happening in Germany as far as Christian Friends of Israel? What is the relationship?
The relationship has developed over the years. Actually, it started that someone invited 4 of the leaders for a weekend, and we stayed together and shared what is on our heart. And all of us were in one way or the other connected to international ministries, with us always something special, simply because of the German history. Whenever we come with a shadow of the past, and we come at the same time with the possibility to ask for forgiveness.
In Germany, in a very unique way, there's real cooperation between Israel Works, and there is really no competition, but there's just a mutual working together.
I think more or less all German Christian ministries helping Jewish people have come under a sort of umbrella, which is not an organization. We would say it's a covenant, it's a promise that we will keep each other informed, that we do things together, that we, for example, do one advertisement into the Jewish newspapers for Hanukkah and for Rosh Hashanah and things like this. So for the Jews, that we are a testimony of unity. And I have a very simple theory. Sometimes we strive to get the larger piece of the cake, but when we are in unity, God has one big cake for everyone.
Well, thank you very much, Hinrich. I appreciate the insight that you have, and I just wish you God's blessing in the rest of your work.
And blessing to all those who listen to this interview. Thank you, and God bless you.